So I'd like to start a new series on the Friday Value videos, and I want to call them the myth of decline because it is a myth. We are not designed in our human bodies to decline as we age. Yes, things can get older. Things may not work the same they did, 60 years ago, but we're not meant to fall apart. We're not meant to be held together by the pharmaceutical industry. Once we hit some magic age of 40 or 45 and collect a shoebox of medications and end up not being able to do all the things that we love. And we're not meant to end up in a nursing home. So I want to do this little series on myth of decline. It may end up being a long series, but we'll see how it goes. So I actually did this talk at a conference and I wanted to share it with you all, little pieces at a time, like the Friday Value videos are meant to be. And I'm hoping this will really impact you in a very positive way. So, it's fun to have a little tongue in cheek play on words. And so I loved this. It's weird being the same age as old people, right? I mean, have you ever thought about that? You look around at people and you say, oh, they're old, they're old, they're old. And when you look in the mirror, you're like, okay, I look just like them. So, I don't think of myself as almost 65, right? Although I will admit there are people my age who do behave much older, like they had to stop living 20 years ago because they hit 45. So we're going to talk about that, right? So who's aging normally? What is normal? It's kind of funny how it really depends on our perspective. This woman is in her 80s and she does phenomenal things. Yeah, teaching yoga. And then look at this man. He's using the walker. Look at the forward head posture. This is not normal. Here's a woman named Betty, and it's so funny because I've got Betty Bones in the corner here in my office, and she's running marathons. And she was in her 70s. Her name is Betty Jean McHugh. She's 88 years old, and she didn't start running in marathons until she was in her 70s. So it's never too late to completely turn your life around. So here are some, I put the question mark there on purpose. Signs of aging. Is incontinence a sign of aging? Is fatigue and lethargy a sign of aging? What about weight gain? Now, we know you don't have to get older to gain weight, but a lot of the times people pack the pounds on as they age. Every decade, they've got more pounds on their body, right? And then what about bone loss, muscle loss? What about being unstable and risks of falls? And of course, joint pain, that's a huge one. And then disease risk. So I'm going to cover these each week. And I really want you to understand that these are not signs of aging. Now, just because we experience it doesn't mean it's normal. It means it's common. There's a big difference between the words common and the words normal. Okay? So hopefully you're going to end up being uncommonly normal. And hopefully you'll understand that by the time we're done with this series. I'll see you next week.